They did not
We
find
just
the
crossed
cocaine.
the border to Croatia. We had to get our passports from the back, holding up traffic.
Oh, here.
Because,
Here we go.
because these guys don't know how to fucking travel, so they left their passports in the back.
Okay, so what exactly happened here? Well, as we were trying to cross from one EU country to another, we didn't expect an actual border control. On the middle of the highway they asked for our passports, which were in a suitcase in the trunk, so we had to go out and search for them, while holding up traffic. All in all, quite the experience, you could say. Luckily, everything ended up alright, and after we switched drivers we were quickly back on the road towards our destination for the day, Pula. Oh, and we also saw Breaking Bad along the way? Not sure about that one. The next day, we planned on going to Plitvice Lake, a famous national park. The sat-nav had an interesting route to get there though, but it did make for a fun drive. Sadly though, when we arrived at the lake, it was a very misty day. I'm sure this place would have been even prettier with sunshine and a little more heat. But the mist made for a nice effect too. There are many ways to go around the park. We opted for the lower lakes and a shorter route. The full loop would have been an 18-kilometer walk. But what a stunning place this is. Here's some more footage for you.
So guys, we found the stick of Gandalf. You see his actual size. I am about 6'5". He's probably about like 8 foot. Okay, so we're at the lake. We saw some waterfalls. Now we're looking at ducks at the water with some fishes. Very blue, very clear.
We're looking at our dinner right now.
True. So we will continue soon.
Honestly, this might have been one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to in my whole life, and we just had to take some more pictures along the way. Included in the entry fee is an amazing boat ride where you can relax and enjoy some incredible views. Also, this train ride is included, if you can call it that.
Yep.
Afterwards, we went into a nearby town where we rented a cheap apartment, and we were surprised by the luxury. You won't believe what we found at the restaurant where we ate that day. An actual brown bear. Kinda sad to see him there alone.
We're about to arrive in Bosnia.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Fabian, tell me more about Bosnia.
It's a country.
It's a country. It's not in the EU. That's about all I know.
But it is in Europe. They're very good footballers. You can see what I find.
Hello? Huh? Oh, okay.
Welcome to Bosnia, boys.
Okay. No passports?
Border control.
Just keep going.
We have 5 kilograms of drugs in the car. Let's go. Bosnia.
Fun fact, we were only going through a very small part of Bosnia that completely separates two parts of Croatia. Later on, we arrived in Dubrovnik, where we saw some insanely big and expensive yachts. We also did a quick workout in a nearby park. Sadly, the day didn't end very well. One of the guys, Casper, didn't feel good and decided to fly home the next day. The rest of us took a rest day on the beach.
Je gaat echt die dingen mee moeten nemen.
We also went into an old Roman part of town. And that's where we were trying to look for some food, and eventually found a nice place. I think we arrived in Montenegro, but I don't know. I didn't see any signs. Yeah, we weren't going into Montenegro quite yet. We first had to cross another part of Bosnia again. We didn't feel much in this part of Bosnia, but just imagine terrible road surface, collapsed houses, and old ladas. But the people seemed friendly at least. This border was also by far the most tricky border so far. They wanted to see our newest test results, which required internet connection, which we didn't have here. The officer wasn't very happy with us, and we were almost refused from entering until we luckily got a small signal to load the results.
So we made it to Montenegro.
Montenegro. Now officially, last time was Bosnia, now it's Montenegro.
Yes.
We didn't expect us going through Bosnia again. Well,
Yeah,
I guess we did.
we did.
That's actually good though, because now we have an actual stamp from Bosnia, because they didn't give us one the first time.
Yes,
Yes.
so you can prove you've been here. Montenegro was a beautiful country, lots of mountains, great scenery. We just had to pull over and take some pictures. When we arrived at our apartment, there was a lot of ambulance just outside. Doesn't seem like the most comfortable ride ever. We then had the best food of the whole trip. It might not look that impressive, but it tasted godly. The next day we had some more interesting small roads on the way. Our car was still working great and still looked relatively clean after all this driving. After going over some mountains, we arrived at Kosovo. Or so we thought. Well, we should be in Kosovo. No border control, but Google Maps says we are. I don't know. Seems that way.
Yo,
There it is.
Kosovo.
It ended up taking a while. Now we're in Kosovo.
Officially.
This time. We did have to get local insurance though, for some reason. Even though my policy says it's valid in Kosovo as well, but according to the officer it wasn't. So we had local insurance now, but it's free, so it's okay.
At least we haven't paid yet.
We haven't paid yet, and he didn't take any payment details. Could be that it gets sent home, but it's only like €13.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
So as for right now, it's still free.
Yes.
It's like the free trial of insurance.
Until we find out what's in the mail.
What's in the mail?
What's in the box?
Big truck.
It's a very beautiful road though.
Yeah. Kosovo was an interesting place. Some call it a country, others not. The part we drove pretty much only consisted of big highways and a gas station every 1 kilometer or so. And no, I'm not exaggerating that number. It only took a few hours to get to the next country. And into North Macedonia.
Where is South Macedonia?
Doesn't exist. There is regular Macedonia, which is in Greece.
But this is the country or
Yeah.
the Yeah, the country north of Macedonia.
Yes,
Yeah. The cheapest, most luxurious stay of the entire trip.
definitely.
Very nice.
If you're wondering how cheap, well, we stayed at a 4-star hotel for about €20 for 3 people. Skopje was a cool place, lots of cool buildings, very touristy though. Traffic was absolute chaos as well. Finding dinner wasn't easy since you could only get in a restaurant fully vaccinated, and not everyone was. But eventually we found a small place that allowed us to eat there. The next day we headed to Greece, the last EU country we would encounter on our trip. Okay, officially in Greece now. At the first border in Macedonia, they didn't want to take our tests at first because they were just expired by like an hour. But eventually we got through. And in Greece they didn't check the time, they only checked if it was negative, and it was. So now we're in Greece.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
They had a curious way of overtaking in Greece, which took some getting used to. So this is how they overtake in Greece. It's 2 lanes, but you still overtake.
Quite an illegal move.
People expected it though and usually got out of our way, so it felt pretty safe. We arrived in Thessaloniki, where we ordered room service since restaurants were closed because of COVID. We also encountered the classic European city scammers that act nice but just want to take your money in the end. And now we're officially in Turkey. It took about an hour, but we're here.
Yes, boys.
Yes.
Turkland.
Welcome to Turkey.
Welcome to Turkey.
Do they have turkeys here?
No.
No.
No. And straight into the fire.
Let's go. Cancer.
Yes, there was an actual fire next to the highway, which caused a lot of smoke to blow over. But maybe even more impressive was the line of trucks that went on for miles and miles, waiting for the border. We don't know how long it took, but we could only estimate days to cross this border. There were also some military men there with big guns, which was quite interesting to see, though they did seem quite friendly and waved when we passed them.
This is the video. That's the entire video. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.
You heard the man. Go like and subscribe right now. The next time is the finale. Only 2 countries left, but still nearly half the trip. Will we make it into Georgia? Thank you to our sponsors for helping finance this trip. And thank you for watching. See you next time.